Yeah, the Married to Medicine was just a nothing ass episode. I was watching it yesterday, like, ugh. I'm tired of this. Like, get out of Savannah. Like, can we just move on to the next
It's the seventh
line?
season, 7th episode, and they don't have shit.
Nothing.
They don't have shit to show. 7 weeks of disappointment.
But you know what's not disappointing? Another Pop Roast episode.
That's
earlier
true.
in the week.
Mm-hmm. Because we're going to be early next week, too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lady Gaga. We would have had to been earlier anyway to get the episode in before the month cut off. You know, the coin, honey, the coin. I think we should start with something according to the blast. I think we should start with some debt news.
Who is in debt today? Just please tell me it's not a Braxton.
It's not. But it's someone from the DMV area who's just as sorry.
Let me guess. Are they a housewife?
Well, she doesn't have a house and she isn't a wife.
Robyn. Robyn. No, really? She just sold like that house. I was so happy for that. It was like a $30,000 profit.
Which is about 15 after taxes. Especially with capital gains.
I want to see Robyn win. I like Robyn, and I want to tell her that I like her.
You know what? You want to see her win? You're never going to get it. Unless she hits the lotto, we ain't going to see that heifer win shit. But you will get to tell her that you like her at BravoCon. Yes. You should be getting the tickets this week.
Hopefully.
Let's see.
So what happened?
Well, according to Bossip, actually, the IRS has accused Robyn Dixon of not paying taxes on her reality show pittance. Income. The IRS hit the mom of 2 and real estate entrepreneur with an $86,000 back tax lien, which was filed last week. She didn't pay taxes from 2015 through 2017.
Why?
She didn't have any money.
True. It's just...
The IRS says she owes $4,000 from 2015, $30,000 from 2016, and $48,000 from 2017.
Isn't the point of having children to, get lower taxes, though? She has 2 kids, so I'm guessing that didn't help at all.
And a husband that's a dependent, too. He didn't have a job for a minute.
You might as well claim him.
I don't know who's doing their taxes. They need to call that Paulette girl.
Well, you saw she got scammed easily with Juan's money, right?
Yes.
So...
yeah, she don't know how to file. Because honestly, none of that money should have even been going to her. She should have had an LLC. When you're getting checks over $10,000, you need to have that shit going into an LLC, hidden by another shell corporation.
She just doesn't have that much financial smarts.
She doesn't even know how to hire some, but then again, she don't got money to hire nobody. That's when you so deep in debt.
How did she get on the show, Lord? How?
Giselle, because Giselle needed a plot line, and she needed coin desperately.
Okay. Well, I think Robyn could have just been a basketball wife, honestly.
Her husband hasn't played basketball in years.
He's NBA affiliated. That's all he needed.
That's true, because they got a lot of third-string ass overseas players from countries we've never heard of with teams that are questionable.
We could just stay in the court realm if you want.
Why not? We've already opened the doors and gone through security.
Lauren Laughlin? Is that her name?
Lori Laughlin.
Mm-hmm. Apparently there's additional charges now.
They said it's
bribery.
Yep. Federal bribery. A felony. Let's say it together. Felony. They said that she's probably going to cut a deal now that she sees what Felicity going through.
Yeah, I think she was relying too much on her white privilege and was like, oh, I'm going to get any time. I'll bring this to court. I can throw money at this. But then, I guess the prosecutor was just like, well, if you want to play ball, let's play ball.
They told them, look, cooperate with us at first, and we'll cut you a deal. If you don't, we're going for the jugular. She has a bad lawyer who told her, I can beat this. Mm-hmm. I honestly, with that type of money, I wouldn't be an American.
I just think it's entitlement. That's all. It was just an ego thing for her, I think.
It could be.
I think she thought she was just going to get off, because of who she is, how much money she has, and her access.
I believe that she really didn't think she did anything wrong.
As do most people who do crimes.
I will say, there's a lot brewing with Potomac, so it's only $89,000. She might be able to pay it off.
You think?
Then again,
That's a lot of houses to flip.
Then again, it might be like one of those payday loan situations where it's just you're never going to get out of debt.
I mean, Robyn is the type to just dig her own grave. Like, I don't know.
And a grave for her family. Remember, she blew everybody money. The kids' college fund, the husband's retirement.
I mean, while we're on Potomac, do you want to get on it or no?
No, we're going to save the fight until the end of the episode.
Okay. I thought this was a funny one since we're like talking about, I guess, felonies and shit like that.
The JetBlue agent who's facing 20 years for fleecing the airline out of $750,000.
$85,000.
Out of $785,000.
Yes, almost $1 million worth of free travel for friends and family. Like, I'm thinking, like, did she even get anything out of it, or was she just being generous?
She ain't get enough out of it.
A former...
She's gonna get 20 years out of it and a hefty fine.
Yes, and Tiffany Jenkins of Boston Logan Airport, gate agent.
Don't you say nothing about Miss Jenkins. Don't you dare say nothing about Miss Jenkins. Now, she may bankrupt your company, but shout out to In Living Color.
Yes.
I just couldn't
that
hear.
was my favorite segment.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite segments.
Benita Petrell.
Oh my God, you remember the
Kim,
name.
played by Kim Wynn.
Oh yeah, of course. I just didn't remember her name.
Oh God, that was like one of my character studies in high school.
You know, a lot of people compare us to men on film.
They do.
Are you offended by that?
No, because it's funny.
I think it's funny too.
It's like, it is what it is.
Right.
It's like people saying I look like RuPaul. Like, it's a fact. I can't get mad at it. It's a fact.
I mean, I can see you in that suit. The suits that he wears, I can see you in them.
I couldn't see it when I was younger, but now I'm just like, no, that's me at 50.
And you're getting thinner.
Thank God.
But back to Tiffany Jenkins' troubles. So she pled guilty to it, to scamming the airline for almost $1 million. And she encouraged friends and family to purchase inexpensive tickets from the airline, such as $45 tickets from Long Beach to Las Vegas. And then she would switch the cheaper tickets to a pricier international destination.
Yeah, that's fraud.
Jenkins used the involuntary exchange computer function as typically used for when passengers experience a death in the family or miss their flights. Over the course of 15 months, Jenkins upgraded 505 flights for more than 100 different people.
Okay, 1, I don't even know that many people.
Right.
2, where the fuck was everybody going? 505 flights? Girl, you were a travel agent.
Lastly, all of these incidents left a paper trail, making it easy to discover exactly what Jenkins was doing. Now, for the interest of, like, I know everyone. Mm-hmm. I know that when you do something at an airport, everything is watched. And I'm not going to put nobody tea out there, but I know someone who did some theft and they got caught immediately. She pled guilty over this $785,000 scam. Like, just not... She pleaded guilty to 3 counts of wire fraud and now faces 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
And she gonna get more time than Amber Geiger.
Yeah. Ain't that the tea?
A bitter tea. Wendy Williams.
What do we have to say about Wendy today?
Oh, I have a very special reason.
She got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Meghan Markle was talking about what she was going through.
Oh, I saw that episode yesterday.
As the new princess, as the new Duchess of Wales, as the new HRH. And Wendy's going to get out here and say, no one feels sorry for you. Well, Wendy, no one feels sorry for you that you have a heart and a thyroid condition because of your years of drug abuse. No one feels sorry for you about your marital troubles. No one feels sorry for you that you have to hide those thick tree trunk-like ankles. No one feels sorry for you either. You are one sick piece of shit. Every time I think I can't respect you any less, you lower the fucking bar. We just got finished feeling sorry for you and you accepted our sympathies with open arms. But now you want to tell this woman no one feels sorry for her. I like Meghan Markle. Don't fuck with her.
I like Meghan Markle.
She ain't done shit to nobody. She ain't done shit to nobody.
I still like Wendy. I mean, she's that crazy auntie who just says whatever's on her mind.
She's not a crazy auntie. She's a cold, uncaring harpy. I mean, your ass just getting up out of your attic bed. You just getting out of rehab. And you gonna say,
she
I don't
did
feel
touch
sorry
on that,
for
though,
you.
that, you know, of her journey, like, she got emotional or whatever on the show. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, she showed some vulnerability. And you clearly
So she
give
asked for sympathy when she just denied it to another woman who has a whole fucking country going after her. Just because she decided to get married.
Right. I mean, I disagree with Wendy on that, of course.
It's disgusting.
But, you know, it's
and
just...
despicable. I mean, hell, they killed her. They killed their fucking mom.
Mm.
Those British tabloids are something else.
Nicki Minaj is married. She confirmed it by putting mugs. Not a marriage certificate. She put mugs of Mr. and Mrs. But congrats to her. You know, I mean, he's a felon. He, you know, he's a sex offender, and he's been convicted of manslaughter.
Oh, who did he kill?
So that's the thing. Like, they were talking about it on Wendy. Like, what's the difference between manslaughter and first-degree murder?
Well, first-degree murder is planned. Like, that's when it's like, okay, I've written shit down, and we're gonna do this. Second-degree murder, a little less planned. Manslaughter is like, I hit you with my car. Didn't mean to. Didn't get up planning to kill you that day. Yes, it's all about the intent.
The intent. Oh,
like, first degree is the worst because that's when it's like you hired somebody, you put arsenic in the soup. It's like, no, you intended to kill this person.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And it's only the sloppy ones who get charged with that. I mean, like, manslaughter, you can usually skate by on because it's like, well, they ended up dead, but it wasn't really my fault.
He was in jail for 7 years, and her name is now...
See? 7 years for manslaughter. Now, he probably, like, wanted to kill him, but, you know, he was able to set it up to make it look like something of an accident. But he still wasn't good enough.
Right.
But Nikki married him because he wasn't good enough.
And this was a bag for him, I think. This is more so, like,
Are you saying
beneficial...
that this is going to turn into a Lifetime movie and Nicki Minaj's days are numbered?
No, not at all. But I do think now...
I could see him killing her for the life insurance.
It's a Beauty and the Beast type thing with them.
Who's the beauty?
Also...
And they're both so short, neither one of them could give me Beast.
I think she really
Pete's
just
bigger
wants...
than him.
Yes.
When
if you
Pete
put him on his
stands
hind
up,
legs,
he's taller than Nikki's new husband. Alleged husband.
Alleged, thank you. I do think the good news for her is that Grammy performance is now not her biggest mistake. That's the beauty. Well, that's the beauty of this thing because that's not her biggest mistake now.
This is. I mean, imagine becoming one of the most successful female rappers in the world. Of all time. And we can't take that from her as much as we'd like to.
We can
and
take
you
that Grammy,
go
though.
and wait, what?
I'm kidding.
We can't take the Grammy that she never got.
Oh, right. Oops. We can take that People's Choice.
Oh, honey, she can keep that. Do we really want it?
It's a nice paperweight we can use. Put our notes on.
A doorstop. A doorstop.
Yeah.
Did you ever see, oh God. Yield, yield, yield. Come on, hit me with your love. It's not Jackie Brown. Jackie's back. With Jennifer Lewis.
That's a little bit before my time.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
It was a Lifetime movie. It was during our time.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. It was, but anyway.
I'm sure one of them.
She used an Oscar as a paperweight in the movie. We gotta watch Jackie's Back. You'll like it. You'll like it.
Is that the Jackie Washington Day?
Yes.
Is that where it comes from?
That
okay,
is
all right.
it. That is it.
I know some culture. You know, I know my pop culture.
I'm surprised you missed that one. Whoopi was so good in that as her sister. Oh my God. On Jackie
Whoopi
Washington
was
Day,
hilarious.
people just die for no reason. They just die. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it.
Whoopi was hilarious back in the day. I mean, she's still funny, but Whoopi was just absolutely hilarious back in the day.
One of the best character actors to ever do it.
Yes.
That's
was
why
she on
she
Saturday
has an
Night
EGOT.
Live? SNL? I can't remember.
I know. I think she might have once or twice, but I don't think she was a main character.
Okay.
Because she did a one-woman Broadway show.
Mm-hmm. That had to be like, I mean, early 90s, a black female comedian.
And then she got like all these movies. She wrote a lot of movies.
Right.
Jumping Jack Flash, Ghost.
I used to watch all her movies.
Oh God, what was the other one? Cuddy Sark. She had like a bunch of them with her and Penny Marshall teamed up.
Okay. Ooh, we got way off topic from Nicki Minaj to Whoopi Goldberg.
Well, you know, our mouths tend to go towards talent.
I just felt that breeze. I'm not sure if that was the wind or your shade. Lord. So I saw you were talking on your allegedly show about the Gucci Mane and Angela Yee.
Uh-huh.
On the way here, because a lot of people have been talking about it, Angela Yee's lip service show. I didn't know it was such a sexual show.
I didn't either. I've never watched it.
But yeah, so everyone's talking about what Tank said.
Oh, God.
And I just...
I agree with it. I mean,
I agree with it, but you know...
People experiment. It doesn't make you gay because you experiment. If women can experiment in college and then go on and get married and have babies and live a very heterosexual life, so can men. It's just with men, they don't talk about it.
It's a hard thing for people to grasp.
Yes.
It's really hard. Like, women can, like, lick a clit in college.
No big deal.
And have, like, 2 kids later. I know some of
I
them.
swear, a man is in a room with another man naked. A locker room. Girl,
Look.
you gay. You gay now and you gay forever.
Look, I know some people from college. Some guys that have dabbled. They have a whole wife and kids right now.
And they're not dabbling anymore.
Good for him. I was listening to it on the way here. I'm just like, how did they get to this conversation?
How has Tank never been outed?
Well, I commend Tank for being sexually positive and open to like having these discussions. Because most straight black men aren't. Let's just be honest. And for him to say that, and then he doubled down in another post saying that like y'all really need to get over y'all's homophobia. And honestly, I think sexuality is fluid. It's a spectrum, and who cares?
Really? Really?
It's a whole masculinity thing. I don't know. Now, you got people like, you know, Booty Toot Stewart, you know, like, who's still, like, you know,
in that glass
doing their
closet.
business in the glass closet. You got people like Trey Songz, you know, doing their dirt, but can't say anything. But Tank, I commend you, Tank. But, you know, congratulations to Trey Songz and that baby.
You know what? You don't hear anything about child support drama, so good for him.
Right. But it's just nice that Tank is an ally and he doesn't care what people say.
And not one of those Malik Yoba-ass allies.
Yeah.
And that's all we have to say on that.
Ba-dum-bum.
Kylie Jenner trademarks Rise and Shine.
Rise and shine.
That was better.
You were like, rise and shine.
Little James Brown on it.
Yeah, that was a little bit too much soul. You put too much soul in it. Kylie Jenner is a soulless vessel who has no type of discernible talent or skill set. But yet she wants to trademark this. And you know what? There's idiots that actually are buying that ugly, tacky sweatshirt that just has Rise and Shine. And I think she can trademark it because this Rise has 3 eyes and the Shine has 3 eyes.
Yeah, she turned it into a unique phrase with unique spelling.
Like I said, that I blame Black Twitter for this because they keep putting, like, I guess, people like that on, but they had a billion, I guess, retweets or whatever you call it on TikTok, and now it's like this thing. So now she's going to trademark it for, like, jewelry, handbags.
She ain't going to be able to get the shit out in time. She going to be able to sell a couple of Teespring-ass sweatshirts, and that's going to be that.
I never underestimate the tenacity of Kris Jenner. RuPaul.
Oh, God. Hold on. I gotta poop. You brought that up. That just irritated my bowel.
I think Todrick more so does that.
I ain't talking about him.
Manila Luzon just called him out.
What did Manila say?
I'm still waiting for you to pay me from when I hosted your Halloween party.
Okay, I want to know why the fuck are these idiots not getting their cash up front? Because you best believe if we show up to an event and they don't have the other half of our money, you know what we're doing. And it's going to be, we will be in the car. Our representative will go inside to get the cash and bring it back out to the car. That money don't come out to the car, we don't get out the car. That will be in the contract.
Oh, I'm sorry that that person's name made you go to the bathroom. But RuPaul has now announced, or his camp has announced, that he's doing a celebrity drag race. So what that'll be is, Jesus, they mowing grass outside? Where's the grass? There's just sidewalk and cement. Fuck. Anyway, what that is going to be celebrities, I'm guessing male, they're going to be put in drag. So I'm guessing it's going to be like, you know...
I don't need to see Channing Tatum give us Beyonce again like they did on Lip Sync whatever. Let the straight people do the lip sync show. That's fine. Let them get in drag over there. I don't want to see it.
I can see them putting Darren Criss from Glee
I don't want to see anybody who isn't gay doing drag. I don't want to see it. Not
well, maybe they'll do gay.
There aren't enough.
I can think of 5
that
of
is,
color.
That is not going to make a season or 2 seasons or 3
seasons. And then they're
going
to have past drag queen alumni help them out as well. So, I mean, and it's going to be coming in 2020. So now it's going to be, we're going to get All Stars next, then season 12, and then the celebrity drag race.
But you know what?
He is making the coin.
He bought a $15 million mansion in Beverly Hills.
Look, keep them churning just like America's Next Top Model. They'll be on 24 or something.
They can give us all of that, but you know what they won't get? My fucks.
Damn. Well, they still got mine.
Oh, God bless.
I love to see it.
God bless.
And Channing Tatum, I can only hope they get him. Anyway, I think it's a good idea.
Really?
I just think, you know...
I was so disappointed when I heard about it.
I mean, it's a chance to, like, you know...
There's enough going on with All Stars and Drag Race already where I feel like the shows are in decline as far as quality is concerned. Now you're going to throw your hat in another fucking ring?
Back in the day, this was risque television. Now it's like, it's cool to be gay these days. We are living... I mean... on TV and in pop culture. Some communities got to catch up, though. But overall, but moving on to hopefully a name that doesn't make you want to shit. Cardi B has been confirmed for Fast and Furious 9. Another bag for her.
And, like we said, we wanted to see her move into acting. And this way we'll be distracted with acting if that second CD has that traditional sophomore slump.
Exactly, and everyone's gonna see this movie for some reason. It's the 8th sequel in this franchise. It's good for her. I can totally see her in the movie. Tyrese will continue to not be involved with this.
Oh,
he's gonna be on Wendy Williams today, actually.
I want to see the movie that he did with one of my favorite actresses, Naomi Harris, Black and Blue.
Naomi Harris, was she in Moonlight?
Yes.
Okay, I like her. In unprofessional news, Meg Thee Stallion and her makeup artist were going back and forth on her Instagram.
Now, do you think he deserves credit?
Well, first let me say it was just nice to see that Vogue is acknowledging Meg Thee Stallion. And I'm guessing that little clip, like she put under there, like I guess she didn't give him credit. And when you get up to a certain level, you gotta start crediting people and giving other people their shine. Cause you just don't want to be that person, like a certain other female rapper that just shits on other people that help her.
True.
To where no one is in your corner and no one wants to do your hair and no one wants to do your makeup. Okay, so basically he put under there makeup by him and then she corrected him and me. So then he put, no, you filled in your eyebrows and put on your lighter MAC powder when I was done. This is not a makeup war. I always do your makeup and never get credited. This is hurtful. Wow. Just to expose her like that, I'm just like, where's the loyalty? Where is the loyalty? You have my loyalty. I would never, ever put any of our behind the scenes shit on there. Ever.
Because it's not what we do.
It's a breach of contract. Anywho.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to close this window. I was just trying to get some fresh air in here. I'm freezing now.
If Pete fart, that's it. You got to raise the window back up.
Oh, I know one day I'm just going to go right through. If I ever
like Kristen Davis?
Yeah, if I ever fall out of the window, no, it was an accident.
I've been like...
I could see myself now just drunk trying to get that window up. Whatever happened to fun?
It just fall.
No, I would see like the whole window just giving way, and I'm all over Amsterdam Avenue.
Just speaking of, I always tell this story. I'm not sure if I told you this story. It's very easy to fall frontward. When I was in 4th grade, which I think I told you this story, I was at the Audubon Zoo in New Orleans, and I almost fell frontward into a gorilla pit. Did I tell you that story?
No,
I didn't. Oh my God! All of the kids were laughing at me. Like if the sticker bush wasn't there to catch me, like I would have went over into the gorilla pit.
Oh, you literally fell over the railing into the bush.
Yeah, it was a sticker bush, and like, I mean, I don't remember it hurting, and I didn't injure myself, but I know I was like a few feet from falling into the pit. And you know, if you go back, if you go to hard copy days, there was a kid that fell into the gorilla pit, and that always reminds me.
In that zoo?
Not that zoo. It was another zoo, but it just always reminded me, like, that almost happened to me.
They probably need to make that stuff higher.
Yes! How did we get to Meg Thee Stallions of my experience in a gorilla pit? It's just funny how we just go off the rails sometimes. At that point, if someone does that to you, you don't work for me anymore. There's no going back with that. You just exposed our business. So anyway.
And you know how I feel about business in a street.
Yeah. So then she responded.
And this just makes him look incredibly unprofessional because that's some shit you deal with behind the scenes.
Right. And I'm sure she would have just understood that. And now you're out of a job because of your pride. And it looked like I thought they were playing at first. But then she responds, whoa. First of all, if you was really hurt, quote unquote, you could have texted me this. Second, you're right. It ain't a war because we all know I do my makeup and you touch it up or I'll let you start it and I'll finish it.
Then why are you hiring a half-ass makeup artist?
I could see it from both sides, but Megan's side more so wins. Because you just don't air out your grievances, especially with a personal relationship with someone on that level. Mm-hmm. And then you just took away her moment from being in Vogue magazine. So
it wasn't the time to pull it, and this is why you've got to have contracts signed where, okay, how are we going to deal with social media? Well, I'll post where I do your makeup.
Right, exactly.
We're going to talk about it.
This conversation should have been had.
And also, y'all should be trying to get to the makeup bag together. Like, you two together should, one, be friends. And two, you should be trying to get your promotional on for NARS with Pat McGrath, for Fenty Beauty with Rihanna, for whoever. It should be about we're using this product and we're trying to get this sponsor.
Right.
Because that's what happened to Toni Braxton. If she had had a sponsor for her tour, she wouldn't have gone bankrupt. It's true, because she said, like, so many other of the girls, like, had big sponsors, and she was doing all that shit on her own. It's like, no, honey, you should have gone to Revlon. I could see Toni working for Revlon. She's pretty.
Yeah.
She could have done makeup. She could have done their little nail polishes.
So, speaking of female rappers, just today, someone was saying that, like, well, they posted a Cardi interview that she did, and she was saying basically, like, she credited herself for most of the female rappers that have been signed after her because more labels are taking chances on female rappers. And a lot of people took it the wrong way, saying that, like, I paved the way for this. And I don't think she was saying that.
I agree. I saw a tweet saying, if you stop trying to put more on it, she said signed, not paved the way for female rap, but rappers to be signed, because a lot of people missed out on Cardi, and they don't want to miss out on the next girl. They don't want to miss out on the next Meg Thee Stallion or the next City Girls.
Right.
That's all.
But
it was about them getting signed, and they weren't getting signed before Cardi. That's a fact. Look at Cash Doll.
It's just something, whatever Cardi does or whatever bag she gets, it just, it's a fiery itch in somebody's booty hole. Like, it just gets people enraged. In honest celebrity news, I really thought this was just like, a lot of artists don't do this. T-Pain went to his Instagram and said he was canceling his tour because of low ticket sales. And not a lot of artists would will fess up. So, in a remarkably candid post to Instagram, the rapper revealed that his planned tour was set off on a path to failure from the start and owned up to his own mistakes in poorly managing the run of dates. He said, "Let me just start by saying that my team set up the tour in September. Some corners got cut, production went missing. I wasn't as hands-on with the planning as things I should. I've been busy as hell." He wanted to increase the momentum of his last tour that did actually well. So he said that I'm going to take it upon myself to cancel. It would just have been a bad look for me. It wouldn't have been entertaining for y'all. And in the most honest part of the video, he revealed he was told to lie about his reasoning for canceling the tour. He said he didn't believe in lying to fans who put in the work to buy tickets and make plans. I was advised to lie about this and say that I needed some time, or I needed some alone time, or me time, or some shit like that. We fucked up. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Most artists lie. And most artists lie.
That is very true, because we see your shit on Groupon, sis.
Groupon.
Talking to you, Sierra. I'm sure that T-Pain, didn't he win the Masked Singer or something?
I think he did.
He'll be fine. But yeah, you can't plan a tour in September when you're trying to leave in November. Like, that needs to be 6 months out. You need to be very hands-on.
Right.
So sometimes, you know what? The shit just don't work out. I get it.
Mm-hmm. And who wants, like, a half-empty stadium?
Mm-hmm. Other than Carrie Hilson, who was performing at the Taste of Los Angeles.
When?
I guess last week.
Oh, good for her.
She was performing at the Taste of Los Angeles. I mean, at least the food was probably good.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go to the Taste of LA. I mean, not to hear her caterwaul, but...
I mean, good for that woman. I don't know her.
I know she has to regret throwing that magazine down every day of her life.
Every day.
It's funny, I make fun of Beyonce all the time. I get no backlash. Did you see that picture I posted of her on Instagram yesterday?
Yeah, I reported it. You should be getting a message from Instagram soon. Soon. Who was that?
It was Beyonce.
No, it was not. So you know that the Housewives of Atlanta are premiering November 3rd, right?
Sunday,
November 3rd.
Next Sunday.
Yeah.
Not this Sunday.
So, rumor has it, what else is coming November 3rd is the return of the Popeye's chicken sandwich. And I personally am excited about this news. There's been rumblings online that it'll be here the first week of November. You heard it here first. I honestly November
feel like
1st or 3rd is what the sources are telling me.
I think this is the most important story we could ever and probably will ever cover.
I mean, this is more important than, that carry my bags to the Hilton girl.
Sure is.
I'm not waiting for her music. I'm waiting for a Popeye's chicken sandwich. I'm just saying, it's coming back.
I was thinking about that sandwich the other day, actually.
I never got the spicy one. Like, what I thought was, I got the chicken sandwich plain. I thought the chicken sandwich, like, it was two different chicken breasts, and the chicken breast was spicy. What made it spicy was the spicy mayo. Mm-hmm. And I kept saying I wanted, like, with no mayo.
Because you don't like mayonnaise.
Well, yeah, I don't like regular mayonnaise, but I love spicy mayo, so I never got a chance to try it like that. Anyway, that's what I heard. I don't have any other topics except for the Monique and the Tattles. So.
Oh, okay. I think I have some more. Janet Jackson is aging gracefully?
I think so.
You can't age gracefully when you spent your 30s trying to get your 20s back in a surgeon's office. I'm sorry, honey. That nose has been whittled down to a nub. Now you can't say I'm going to age gracefully. I am aging gracefully because I've had no work done, but then again, I'm not aging. So I just, you've had surgery. You've had a lot of it.
I think she had, a rib removed or something.
She's pulled tighter than a freaking corset. I'm sorry. That's not aging gracefully.
You just have a vendetta against her for that Harlem Havoc that happened.
You're right.
You're Harlem right. Havoc.
Whenever I have a chance to read Janet Jackson, I'm going to get her ass for letting me and Maddie Rant stand outside for 4 hours. To have her get on stage, mumble and leave.
I know you were very angry.
Come dance with me. You see, if I ever invite y'all to shit, and then I got on stage for 2 seconds and left, how would you feel? And you waited a good hour for me to get on stage. There was no fine print. I saw the Instagram post. Ain't no fine print on Instagram. I read the caption thoroughly.
Oh, you're reading thoroughly right now.
That too. Monique quits loving hip-hop Hollywood again? In the middle of the reunion.
Oh, God. I can't wait to just not hear that name anymore.
She said she ain't coming back this next season.
Then stay back. Just stay wherever you are. What is she going to do?
She wants to try to do music. Music.
I think she's just... Her cousin is this popular vocal coach in L.A. He is best friends with J-Lo. He's J-Lo's vocal coach and a couple of others.
Okay, already.
A couple of others.
I'm sorry. He's J-Lo's vocal
coach. But he can sing.
J-Lo's vocal coach.
He can sing his ass off, though.
He can't do anything with it because he's J-Lo's vocal coach. J-Lo's vocal coach.
He does...
No, wait, stop. I have to think about that statement. J-Lo's vocal coach. The most non-singing heifer I know. The most non-singing, most off-key, most thimble-full of voice-ass heifer I know.
I would think Kylie Jenner
has a vocal coach.
Is that person, but that was
her and Kylie Jenner have the same vocal range. They hit the same octaves, the same notes.
To be fair, that's his main client, but he has other people. I just can't remember who they are.
You can't remember who they are.
I mean, I would have to look him up, and I can't remember.
It's because they're not that important.
Let me just see.
J-Lo's vocal coach. What has he coached? How has she improved as a vocalist?
Give me a second. A second.
She's been giving us Waiting for Tonight tease forever.
Stevie Mackey, that's his name. He does a lot of good people. Let me just look him up right quick. So I can save his credibility.
Adele's
let me save his credibility right now.
Let's see.
Okay. So
Jessie J's vocal coach.
This is his list. He does J-Lo, Selena Gomez, give me a second, JoJo, Lenny Kravitz, Ella Mai, Kelly Rowland, Nicole Scherzinger, and he's a Recording Academy member. I'm just trying to save your credibility, Stevie Mackey.
That list didn't save shit.
Well, he can sing his ass.
Lenny Kravitz is the best on that list. Selena Gomez. Gomez.
Amber Riley, too.
Amber Riley. Who is that?
From Glee. The big girl.
From.
She got some pipes.
From.
Mm-hmm.
From a show that went off 5 years ago. Haven't heard from her since. From.
Well, moving on. What else does Media Takeout have to say? I tried, y'all.
But how is Monique having that
Monique,
vocal
that's how
coach
it was. Okay.
as a friend? How is that helping her put out music, get people to listen to her music, get people to buy her music, get people to pay to see her sing her music? That's not helping her do anything.
Point taken. I mean, she's...
You know what? Monique needs to have a show about how to watch your kids. Where she could learn and then show us.
Well, that's a big classroom. That's a big classroom.
She could have Masika on that Joker too.
Jocelyn Hernandez, Erica Mena, Drea.
Jocelyn spends time with her kids.
Drea probably a professor at this point. Or the chancellor.
A provost. Oh my God, she's a provost.
You talk about a kid that raised itself. That was Drea's kid.
She has one of those self-raising children. Kind of like a chia pet. You just water it, leave a little food out.
Oh, Dre, I've not heard that name in so long. She's really doing well for herself.
On Housewives of New York, Tinsley Mortimer is back with Scott.
I heard.
Why? Is it because a dog always returns to its own vomit?
She has the dignity and self-worth of a gnat.
And that's sad because she has so much money.
So much money.
I
hate to see it.
I do too, because I feel like she could be happy, but she has to stop dating the same type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
You can't date somebody with a trust fund. You can't.
Right.
Find somebody with a job. They're not going to put up with your shit, but it's fine. See, she got that issue that a lot of trust fund kids have where they always need people to be around them because that's how they grew up because nobody worked. And in the real world, like, adults find their own passion and, you know, they don't have trust funds, so they go out and they do things out of the home.
Right.
She needs somebody that's, like, you know, there for her from, like, 2 p.m. to midnight. Like, she can, like, do her gym shit in the morning and then maybe go to lunch or something, but, like, she needs somebody from 2 to midnight. She gives me, like... that's how they are. It's really how they are.
You know, I just blanked out about who you were talking about.
Tinsley Mortimer.
That's how much... I was just like, wait a minute.
That's how relevant she is.
I literally did not want to interrupt you, but I was just like, wait a minute. Who is he talking about again? That's how much she slipped from my mind. Mm-hmm. So some other rumors I've been hearing from Beverly Hills production. This season right now is not going well because no drama is happening.
Well, I think this is going to be a setup season. I was talking about this last night. Like, you've got Lisa Vanderpump gone, but let's see. Lisa Vanderpump had, like, the constant plot line with Kyle.
Right.
Then she had a
constant... her restaurants.
That I feel like is more Vanderpump Rules.
But everything would be, like, located at a restaurant sometimes.
True. Then you had her drama with Dorit.
Right.
And then this year, she brought the drama with Teddy.
Right.
She had 3 plot lines. 3. Damn. And now she's gone, and so are all 3 of those plot lines.
Right.
Giselle... Garcelle, as interesting as she wants to be, the first season, you're always, you know, a little introductory. Like, you don't have relationships with these women, so you're not going to have, like, that axe to grind. You've got to have those slights over your first season to have that build-up to come with the bullshit in the second season.
And they're saying that she's refusing to talk about her ex-husband or the last marriage
That's
she
the
was
kid's
in.
father. I get it. That's too messy. Sometimes shit needs to be off camera. Well, the thing is, it was something that happened 10 years ago, long before the show. Why dredge up all that old hurt now? And then also, like, you have active young children where it's like, no, it's not appropriate. Like, Teresa
look at
and
Denise.
Joe.
That happened a long time ago.
Denise talks about it, but it was a different situation with Denise. 1, it was more public. 2, Charlie kept it more public. That husband ain't said shit. That email came out.
You know what? Denise didn't say a lot. Then. Yeah, she kept quiet, actually. And there were people that call her Saint Denise. Mm-hmm. I remember that. Okay, all right.
So I get why she's like, I'm not gonna get on here and give you bitter baby mama tea and trash my baby's father. You know, the marriage didn't work out, and that's that. But I don't see the point in bringing that up. Shit that happened 10 years ago. We're tuning in for what you women are getting into now. Now, if your marriage went to shit while you were on the show,
right,
that would be different. But really, some 10-year-old drama.
And
really?
Also, they say Denise hasn't been is barely in the season so far because she's been filming.
What
other
movie
projects.
is she doing?
She is a white woman with privilege.
But also, she has that face, so I want to know what movie she's doing.
Her face ain't that bad.
Are you kidding me? She's got Kenya Moore's skin. Her season 1 skin.
Lord. Anyway,
I'm sorry, that chin just looks infected.
I'm not a fan of the lips that she got, but other than that,
well, that's
I love
a lot
her.
of scarring after a poor collagen injection.
Right.
Or sometimes, like, you can even go to a great doctor, but your body's just like, nope, I'm sorry, I'm not taking this. That's what happened to Meg Ryan.
Oh, Lord.
Or her surgeon might have been drunk. I don't know, but she came out looking like the Joker.
Or what about Renee Zellweger? Remember that?
Oh, Jesus.
I couldn't even recognize her anymore. It was like a Lil' Kim type situation.
Also, I think Renee Zellweger fucked herself up, gaining and losing for Bridget Jones.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to do that to your body.
Right.
Especially
Christian Bale did that.
And he's never been the same since. Why do you keep bringing him up? I hate Christian Bale.
Sorry.
I hate Christian Bale. I hate him with a passion. I don't want him on my planet.
He has not done nothing to me but been like the best Batman so far. So
I just hate him. I hate him. I hate him and I hate Michael Bay. Whenever I have coffee, I really go off.
Yes.
Tisha Campbell confirmed that Lisa Ray was very honest about Dwayne Martin breaking up her marriage.
Oh, Tisha has something to say. Mm-hmm. Well, I know she hates that man just as much as Lisa Ray. They are going, it's a nasty court battle right now, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they both are, like, hiding assets. I mean, I'm on Tisha's side. I mean, we still haven't heard what Dwayne Martin has to say. He's been very quiet.
Yep. He's filming some new TV show.
I'm just really not familiar with him. I know he would just be that random black actor that's in, like, everything, you know what I mean? He's just sprinkled around in everything, no like main role in a movie, but he would always be like a B or C character in the movie.
Yep.
So I really don't know that much about him.
Except that he hangs out with Will a lot.
Yeah, and I heard that, didn't Will and Jada like pay off one of their debts? I heard about that.
They did. They did.
That's a good old, like, what do you call it? A swinger relationship?
Yep, a throuple-T.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to talk about that guy getting fired on TMZ, but I don't care.
Yeah, Van Lathan, whatever.
I don't know who. I don't watch TMZ enough to know who he
famously
really
called
is.
out Kanye, and Kanye was just, like, silent because he really, like, read the hell out of him on TMZ.
And that's who got fired.
Right, because he got into it with a coworker, and I think he made a threat. How you fuck yourself when you threaten them, because
then
you say
they can
one
say
thing,
they're scared.
Right, and yes, but what you can do is read the hell out of them, tell them how they are. You can insult their intelligence. You don't have to threaten them. And I think that was his mistake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they had a heated argument on live. I don't think there's a video of it. And, yeah, like, I guess the next day they let him go. Harvey Lennon or whatever, I hate him as much as you hate whoever you just said, Christian Bale.
Harvey gives me a buck tea, and we'll just leave it at that. All right, now let's get into our Potomac tea. Sharisi Jackson Jordan was a central castmate during her time on Bravo's Real Housewives of Potomac. She left the show because she didn't want her 20-year divorce to play out on camera.
I think she was just worried about fucking up her bag.
That's true, too.
That's what I think. Because she was getting an allowance from the divorce settlement, I think. And I think her trashing her husband or just putting, like, her business out would have fucked up her money.
I could see that. She was officially divorced, however, in April.
This past April?
This past April. That divorce took a long
Yeah.
time.
So I'm thinking like her lawyer, her divorce lawyer was just like, you got to play this smart. And you can't give them any ammo to use on the show. Maybe that's why she took a break on the show. I'm not sure if that was her choice or she got fired.
I think it was her choice. I think that she brought good drama to the show.
And she actually had money.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Monique actually had money. So I'm just like, why take Charisse off the show? Someone who has money, and you have Juan and Robyn, who basically probably we make as much as them,
but we pay our taxes. But she is supposed to be coming back to Potomac this season.
Oh, good. I miss her.
I enjoy her a lot. Some people don't like her.
Do you?
She reminds me a lot of myself.
All I can think of is you calling her, that woman, a caterpillar.
Well, she looked like a caterpillar when she was sitting in there in that ill-fitting dress, slouched.
I don't know. Like, you went hard on her to say that you like her.
I go hard on a lot of people.
Okay.
I like her. I like what she brings to the show.
You have a fond way of expressing your like of these housewives.
I mean, I like...
The only person you haven't went in on, I would say, is Monique. I think you've went in all of the Atlanta housewives. All of them. I think, Cynthia, you haven't really went in on Cynthia.
She doesn't do anything.
Right. I'm trying to just think of the housewives who didn't get it too bad. I don't think you went in on Bethany too much. I know you went in on Ramona and Tinsley and Sonia and Luann, definitely. Jersey, no one really cares.
Exactly. Those are women without value.
Right. But yeah, I think those three are safe, but you went in on a lot of other ones. But I think you like Nene. It's just you don't like Nene.
That's a tough question.
I'm just scared. I will be clenched when y'all. I don't even know. I will be sweating profusely in my leather.
What do you think is gonna happen?
I just don't know. I'm gonna be shaking almost probably.
I'm gonna be polite.
I know. It's just I'm scared. I am. I'm just scared for how she's gonna react.
I mean, she probably doesn't even
know
who
how
I am.
Hopefully.
Then again, she might be like, "Oh my God, you're hilarious."
I don't know. We called her son sorry.
He is. I'm sorry.
Okay.
His actions are sorry. His look is sorry. His state of employment is sorry. His fathering skills are sorry. You've got a lot of sorries to add up. That gives me a sorry being in my book. If you don't like it, raise your children better.
So, moving on.
As long as she doesn't ask me to be honest with her, we'll be just fine.
Fingers crossed.
Okay. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes. Candice Dillard versus Monique Samuels. According to Media Takeout, details of the altercation are coming to us secondhand as Bravo is trying its best to keep details from spilling out. But we spoke with multiple people connected to the show who told us a serious fight broke out during filming between Monique and Candice. We've also confirmed as a result of the altercation, police were called and some action was taken. Now, we got that Darby police report lickety-split, so I'm sorry. I don't believe Potomac County would be, keeping this in for May from us.
Right, and it's so easy to get, documents on someone's arrest,
One of the housewives got beat up, hair ripped off. It was bad.
So I'm thinking it was Candice.
Well,
they said Candice threw a drink at Monique.
And I could see Monique snatching that crap out of her head.
Because
it doesn't look like it's in there that good. She doesn't stitch it down.
Right. And Monique is from,
Jersey.
the hood.
She's from Jersey.
Where Whitney was from? That part?
On Newark T.
I'm just saying, I don't think Candice stood a chance. I think Candice is more bark than bite.
Yes.
I think Robyn can take out Candice.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm trying to. Robyn, I'm not Robyn. Candice really can't take out anybody on the cast. Ashley would have whooped her ass. I'm sorry.
I could see it. I could see
Because
Ashley.
Ashley, I feel like, don't mess with me.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
However, that was just media takeout. There's more. There's more.
Is there?
There were rumors that Monique had a black eye, and she addressed it on Instagram.
What?
Yep.
They had that type of contact?
Mm-hmm. Speculations said that she got into it with another castmate and it resulted in a black eye. And she said, first I've heard about that. And they said, first you've heard about the altercation? And she said, no, first I've heard about the black eye. So I don't think that part is true.
Right.
I think their drink might have been thrown, hair might have been tugged at, but it's probably 20 on 10.
Yeah, it's just such a game of telephone. Like, it really is. Like, whenever there's a skirmish. Because I'm sure, like, last season of Atlanta, like, we heard of a skirmish and it wasn't as bad as people said it was.
Well, at least we didn't see the tooth get knocked out on camera.
All right.
The blow-by-blow of the fight is Candice threw a drink. Then Monique reportedly dragged her by her hair and slammed her face into the table. I don't think all that happened.
Who called the police? I mean, when it gets that physical, I'm guessing you have to call the police.
I would imagine.
And nobody wants to get sued, you know? Like...
And Monique has something and Candice doesn't.
Right.
So according to Tamara Tattles, the Real Housewives of Atlanta wrapped last week, and we're reading all sorts of weird reports on what went down. Even sites I think highly of have it wrong. The finale was not filmed in Athens, Georgia. I don't know where that rumor came from. It was filmed in Atlanta. There was no spitting or almost spitting.
Interesting. So we have, like, two conflicting exclusives.
Mm-hmm. The finale was at Kandi Burruss' shower, and yes, Kenya did decide to make it about her, and Nene came for Kenya. And in baby news, Candy's supposed to be having twins with the surrogate.
Huh. And just to go back to the spinning thing...
I hope Riley goes to college in California, because otherwise you're going to raise them kids.
Well, you know, like, Dre is teaching a class on self-raising children.
Kandi, you might want to get on that.
Right. But as far as the spinning thing, I heard that they didn't say Nene spit. They just said she did a hawk sound as she was like I guess lunging at Kenya or something like that, or she was being held back from Kenya. So that it's just such a game of telephone. Again, like someone heard her do, and that's it.
If they even heard that.
Right. So that's objective.
Kenya hurled insults about Nene not being able to grasp basic grammar. Kenya said Nene needs pawns to do her dirty work. And then Nene shot back with details about how she knows her marriage with Marc was fake. Nene tried to come for Kenya and said that Kenya was thirsty. She also said she was the lowest paid on the show and they will likely not air that part. And that's not true. Eva is the lowest paid. But Kenya is the second lowest paid. Kenya said Nene needs pawns to do her dirty work. Then Nene shot back with details about how she knows her marriage with Marc was fake. During the season, Nene gave production information that she proved that Kenya and Marc were never legally married. Production told Nene to save it for the finale, so she did.
I can totally see that manipulation.
I mean, I still haven't seen Marriage License to First.
And that is some tea right there. Keep reading, because I was just like, this is juicy if it's true.
Her source claims that Kenya entered into a non-disclosure agreement with Marc through her More Vision Media Corporation. Allegedly, Marc was hired to play the role of her husband, and agreements were made for the baby. Marc's name isn't on the birth certificate because the agreement stated he would never have to pay child support. Now, I'm going to need to see the birth certificate before I believe that. If Kenya can prove that Nene got her information from Marc, that would violate the NDA and be a problem for Marc. This also has something to do with those lies about Marc cheating. Marc seems to love the baby, so a lot of this doesn't make sense. Also, Kenya literally hid her relationship with Marc for almost a year before the wedding in St. Lucia, which seems like a long con. Now, I do believe Kenya did a long con by keeping her relationship hidden. Right, I can totally see it. Because now, she's divorcing at the end of this season, guaranteed a huge bump in salary next season.
Right, and going back to our earlier article that we read, there's a paper trail of Kenya with these fake relationships and these like business transactions. Like
Yup.
first with the tow truck guy,
With
and then you got
Steve Harvey's toupee.
right, and the crazy the crazy
Matt.
with the roid rage. So now it's like okay,
And he looked like a Goomba.
he did look
From
like
Mario.
a Goomba. Oh my god.
That underbite.
I will not be able to unsee that now.
Did you
Wow.
ever see that Mario movie with John Leguizamo?
It was the worst movie I think I've ever seen.
He looks like one of those Goombas, though.
Exactly like it. We might need a side by side. Maybe.
I don't even have the effort for it. Y'all can imagine it.
God, he looked just like it. I totally forgot.
Okay,
he looks
I
like
might
Killer
have
Croc.
to put it up. I think I used to have that as a side-by-side, actually.
I think you did. Just like a long history of Kenya's like cons. So if her doing a long con, that's pretty believable to me. And the NDA, I can see that happening because it's just something shisty about her and Marc and their relationship. I just, from the beginning, it just
I
did
think
not
they're
seem...
going to do a better version of Breakup to Makeup than Portia. I think they're going to have, like, okay, they've got their little bit of split now. Then next season, it's
They're
going
gonna
to
have to
be,
get back together.
Are they or are they not getting back together? And then at the end of next season, they'll kind of be getting back together. And then the season after that, season 13, they're going to be madly in love.
I mean, that's if she's going to be on there that long.
Are you kidding me?
I feel
Who
like...
else are they going to get?
I mean, a lie that big is on, like, par with Phaedra's lie.
Well, Nene
If
lied
they're
about
able
her
to prove
divorce
it.
and then went on and got through with, and then went on, got divorced, and then got back with Greg. So it's been done before.
Yeah. It looked like they were trying to do that with Penelope Thomas Bailey and Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Cynthia was done with that.
And good for her. This guy, like, you know, they look good together. Age appropriate.
Yep. He's got a job.
I'm just like, it's kind of embarrassing to have two marriages on this franchise, though.
How?
I mean, I don't know. Her wedding was such a big thing on her first season.
Yeah, because
so for her to
nobody wanted it to happen.
That is very true.
Everybody was
Hindsight
like,
is 2020.
what are you doing? And she's like, look, I got to marry him to stay on the show. And he really did carry their plot line until she was finally, you know, secure enough in her position to break out on her own.
And I will say, he was a house husband that really did bring it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he cooperated with production.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
anything they want, because he wanted a peach. I think he wanted the peach. But all he got was
A failed restaurant.
in debt and a mugshot.
Yep.
Right.
Premieres are never
We'll see.
as good as we need. Remember the premiere was from last year was terrible.
Yes,
And
it
then
was.
Nene's going to be in a different space. They may not have Kenya on yet. I'm not expecting much.
Well, yeah,
from the
wait.
first
Nene's
episode.
allegedly isn't even going to be on it. Remember, because she wasn't in the first half of the season.
That's going to be weird.
Right. I'm really curious about that.
I guess we'll just have to tune in and see. I don't think that the other ladies have enough of a plot line for them to not have Nene.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're going to have to bring Kenya and Marc in, like, out the gate off the first episode.
I think they are.
They're
going to do a whole, like, breakup thing, and then they're going to do, like, 3 months earlier. Oh, God, I hope they don't do that.
Oh,
but
they might.
They love doing that. Or doing that fight, start out with the fight.
And honestly, I blame Shonda Rhimes. Just because she started playing with time doesn't mean y'all get to play with time, okay? You're not a writer. You're not that talented. You're not that gifted. You don't have that much to offer. A federal judge refuses to dismiss the city's lawsuit against Sissy Smollett.
I was hoping we can go an episode without talking about him, but there's always more news.
I just can't wait for the trial. I can't
There's
wait.
another trial?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
man.
can't wait for it.
This
We're
is-
going to get the truth. I want the truth.
You're never going to get it.
Oh, yes, we are.
You sure?
Whether he likes it or not, the court is going to open it up and expose him. I want the Osundario brothers on the stand.
That Emmy is his. And that was a good thing. Are you excited about the Halloween episode?
I am.
Right. Next week will be our Halloween episode, so you don't want to miss that.
We'll be here
already
Tuesday.
Already have my...
Don't tell them.
Okay. I won't tell them what my costume is.
Y'all have seen a little preview of my costume, but I'll probably be in a couple of different costumes throughout the episode. You know
Throughout
me.
the episode, okay.
Break out the bear suits. I got my money's worth out of them.
I think you do.
I pull them out every year around this time. It gets chilly anyway. I could have done the episode in a bear suit today. Kept the window open.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. I'll see you sooner than I see that Popeye's chicken sandwich. The fuckers. That's what I want right now.
I'll see you sooner than you'll see Nene's original face.